Get it, breaks the grip and exposes the solar plexus. So for 10 or 12 seconds each, the first 4 techniques are going to be first level Kihon, basic defense is 4, starting with Geiden Washigiri. Hajime. Okay, and Maigiri. And Ushigiri. Punch, please. Okay, and Yame. Next, I'm going to go immediately into 4 more about 10-second sets where they do light, heavy kumite. We could do this with light, heavy, heavy with tag or full contact kumite, but right now I want light, heavy kumite, and emphasize the technique that I ask you to emphasize. Additionally, because I'm trying to get you guys to have better head cover, try and kick each other in the head, please. Okay, and Hajime. And emphasize Geiden Washigiri. Stay in the middle of the room, please. And emphasize Maigiri defense. And emphasize Ushiro-geri defense, please. And emphasize 1-2 punch defense. Okay, and all 4 of them together. There's Geiden Washigiri successfully. There's Maigiri successfully. There's Ushiro-geri successfully. There's 1-2 punch successfully. And Ushiro-geri successfully. And again. And Yame. And now Rei. Face to each other. Bow Rei.
About it. This is the best 4. Get him on here. Push.
Everybody watch this way, please.
Right.
So when you basic defense for a Geiden Washigiri, the purpose is to take your opponent off balance. So you want to make your opponent believe that your leg is here for him to break into the last millisecond. So go ahead and kick.
Push.
See, I moved way before he kicked, right?
Push.
I didn't accomplish what I want to achieve. But instead, if I make him aware of me here and he kicks, at the last second, then he's completely at my mercy after he finishes the kick, okay? My giddy defense, you have to use the opposite hand, never the near hand. If you kick, please. If you use the near hand, you break your hand. You have to use this hand. We always turn linear kicks to the side because then we can hit the other person several times before they turn back to face us again this way, okay? I simply want you to take the other person's balance away when their eyes turn away. So start to turn, his eyes go away, he starts to kick. I just want you to knock the other person off balance for now. Later, that's important. Go ahead and kick, please, because you can do various techniques that are a lot more dangerous for the opponent. But right now, you're learning the timing of moving into that space. Number one taboo thing that I don't want you guys to do, either on Maya Giri or on Ushiro Giri, is to, when it's your turn to attack in Kumite Waza, don't throw the technique from a fake distance. From here, I could probably kick him with Ushiro Giri, but most of you can. This is a fake kick. So if he does do a fake kick, right there. Okay, he's like kicking down here, and I can take him off balance, and the untrained eye says, that was successful. I'll do it. Knock me off balance. That was successful, but I didn't have the intent of kicking him, so he didn't learn anything that was real. So wait for a second. I have to kick on the target, this way, and then he can do the defense. You ready? And then that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay? 1-2 punch defense is very small. Go ahead. If you do big motions, do a third one to the jaw. If you do big motions like this, by the third time you don't have any guard. This is just a little tap, 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 this way. 1-2 punch. Again, I'm punching with intent to reach the target this way, okay? But he's going to block it. And this way, all right? And face to each other, about 8. And fighting stance, Kamite. Hey, Chuden Washigiri defense this time. Hajime. Hey, get into the unified defense. Hey, and Joden Washigiri defense. Joden Ushiro Washigiri defense, please. And stay in that same place, light heavy kumite, please. And please emphasize Chuden Washigiri defense. Gate end the unified defense, please. Hey, and emphasize Joden Washigiri defense. Joden Wash. Emphasize Joden Ushiro Washigiri, please. And all 4. And there's the Chuden. And there's the Joden Ushiro Washigiri. And there's the Joden Washigiri. And there's the Geiden Unified. And there's the Joden Ushiro Washigiri one more time. Yame. And face to each other, please. Now it. And about 8. About 8.
partner, ballet.
All right. Okay, so the next set of techniques, Chuden Washigiri. If he's kicking front kick, Maigiri, one hand is enough to block this way. If he kicks Chuden Washigiri, however, I still want to use the same hand, but doing the same block helps him to break my ribs even more. So when you block Chuden Washigiri, you have to step at the same time and block at the same time. So wait just a second. I'm going to move this way. Again, I want him to get as close as possible. If his toenails go through my clothes, I'm very happy because I kept him as close as possible. Go ahead. So if he turns that way and I let him get as close as possible, he has no balance. He's not prepared for what comes next. Clearly, Chuden Washigiri, I can put his leg down where I want it to, and I can punch where I want to. I can counterattack where I want to. This way. Okay? Geiden Washigiri is the inner thigh. When he kicks, Geiden Washigiri. Okay, I'm going to kick here, but without leaving the ground. So this is the trick. The Taekwondo version is the Taekwondo version would be something flying like this, but I'm going to kick. At the same time I kick here, this foot lands also this way. Okay? This way. All right. Joden Washigiri defense. I'm going to catch the shin with both hands. Go ahead. This way. But the farthest out hand is going to hook. I'm going to step and I'm going to put his leg down where I want it. This way. And the defense that we use here is Geiden Washigiri. So notice if I throw his leg all the way over there, I've got no target. But on the other hand, if I put his leg right there hard, it's right there for me to break. Okay? Joden Washigiri defense. Again, same as before. Right? So cut to the corner of defense. I'm gonna move in such a way. In each case, for the first three, I'm cutting towards the direction my back heel is pointing, and I'm turning to 90 degrees to face this other wall. I'm moving from a balanced stance facing my opponent to a balanced stance facing the other wall. So when he does a 1-2 punch, I don't have to do any blocks at all. I can just move and hit him the way I want to with Kageski. However, I can also do a Chuden Soto punch this way if I want to make sure that I'm safe. I can use that way. The reason for this technique is that when I turn to this angle, I'm now in a position where I can hit him a bunch of times, and he's facing, all his weapons are facing over that way. This heel cuts to 90 degrees. Same with Maigiri. I can do Geiden Washigiri, this way. With Ushiro-geri, it's also the same. You do Ushiro-geri, same thing. Geiden Washigiri, you go in the other direction on this principle. Kick please, and kick again. If you only had one leg, I could always run away from it. So I have to go away from the roundhouse kick. The way I do that is I step forward with my rear foot towards his front and then cut with my heel this way, and I'm going to punch this time. Straight punch to the solar plexus with my near hand rather than Kageski. So he kicks, I turn this way, this way. One more time. This way. This is cut to the corner defense. And face to each other about 8. And fighting stance, Kata-te. 1-2 punch with cut to the corner defense. Hajime. And stay right there. And Maigiri defense with cut to the corner, please. Hajime. Ushiro-geri defense, cut to the corner, please. Okay, Geiden Washigiri, cut to the opposite corner.
So fix it.
Get him.
And light heavy Kumite, please. Take it easy.
Stay on the same part.
Okay, and cut to the corner defense for 1-2 punch. Emphasize, please. Good. Good. Let me stop you guys for 1 second. Come back to your starting places. So, Will, it doesn't help if you fail. The point is you have to succeed. Karate training is not built on failure. Prescription is basic cut to the corner defense for 1-2 punch. Body stance, Kumite. Light heavy Kumite, Hajime. Please emphasize cut to the corner defense for 1-2 punch. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Danny, let Will get 1, please. He hasn't succeeded yet. We'll let that go for now. Miyagi defense, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Ushige defense. Gate and watch gate defense. That's the opposite corner, please. And Yame. Oh, and face to each other belly. Okay. I'm gonna move this crowd because too many failures. You guys have a seat, please. Aurelio and Siobhan, please. Hey, and face to each other about 8. Body stance, Kumite. Hey, light heavy Kumite with cut to the corner defense for 1-2 punch. Hajime. Light heavy Kumite. There's 1, maybe. There's 2. There's 3. Miyagi respond, please. There's 1. There's 2. Ushimagiri, please. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Now, Gate and Washigiri defense, please. There's 1. There's 2. Okay, and all 4. Okay, there's the Miyagi. There's the Ushigiri. There's the Gate and Washigiri. Good. Yame. Hey, and face to each other about 8. Each other about 8. Body stance, Kumite. Cut to the corner defense. 1-2 punch. Hajime. And cut to the corner defense for Miyagi. Basic Kumite Waza. Stay linear. Cut to 90 degrees. Cut to the corner defense for Ushigiri. Please. Please emphasize cut to the corner defense for 1-2 punch. Emphasize cut to the corner defense for Miyagi. And cut to the corner defense for Ushigiri. Corner defense for Gate and Moshigiri, please. please. Face to each other, bow in.
Kihonの方、用意始め。
Alright, so regarding your Kihon no Kata, I just want to summarize for you what the points are that I want you to emphasize when you do the technique. First of all, most of the kata happens in Zenkutsudachi, so make sure you are in Zenkutsudachi. Front leg bent, back leg straight. The first technique has a pre-motion and a finish motion where you're striking to the eye level. The pre-motion also points to the eye level. The striking motion strikes to the eye level as well this way, okay? That's the key point to focus on is eye level, eye level. The next technique also goes to the exact same pre-motion, pre-position rather, and strikes to the same target. So the beginner's version of this is to make a wide circle this way, but it's not correct. Make a tight circle and then go to this high position and strike just like the other one, okay? The front wrist rotates just like a punch rotates. That's how you lock the bow staff in place. Eye level, and then this way, eye level, eye level. Okay? The next technique, when you step forward and strike low section this way, you guys have a tendency to do a small angle quickly this way because you can get it done faster. The correct technique is all the way, almost from your neck to where this end is near your neck on the other side. It is a big motion this way. So when you do this motion, please concentrate on making it a big motion, okay? So the next technique does eye level to get you to the correct position. And then when you pull back in preparation for your thrust, the beginner tends to rock this way, but I want you to pull this with the end of your bow staff towards your own face. And then when you thrust, your stance change from Zenkutsudachi to Suego Shidachi, Zenkutsudachi, Suego Shidachi. Again, your hand is rotating here. Notice the toes and my kneecap pointing straight forward, or pointing straight forward in both stances. The front foot is not turning to the inside this way. Notice the back foot is 45 degrees backwards, but when I thrust, it winds up being 45 degrees forward. Both feet move at the same time. The last technique has the exact same pre-motion position as the first technique, and that first stopping point as the second technique. Here, point at the eyes, but instead of going forward this time, flip. Point at the eyes, flip. Point at the eyes, flip. Notice the angle here in position is exactly parallel to this position. Okay? Everyone grab a bow staff, please.
Kihonの方、用意始め。正面に礼。
Everyone grab a bow staff, please.
Kumite.
Okay, so with the Oshino Kon Kumi-Bo, I want you guys to focus on what stances you're in all the time. Okay? So let's start facing our opponent. We're both in Heisokudachi. Our feet are right parallel together. When we bow to one another, we open our feet. Go ahead to Musubidachi. Bow right. Stand back up again to Heisokudachi. Take a half step back, please. Okay, when I challenge here, I'm going to go to a strong Zenbutsudachi and Kiai.
Yeah.
And then she'll respond accordingly.
Hi.
From here, there's a brief moment. It's kind of like a Kokutsudachi, but you don't stop there and go forward to Shikodachi. Shikodachi, your feet are open to 135 degrees. Kibidachi is your feet are parallel facing forward. Shikodachi, your feet are both open to a 45-degree angle this way. Okay? Shikodachi is a stance. It's the sumo stance. It's the stance that a sumo wrestler uses to push forward. And I'm using that in this case to push forward this way. This way, please. And these. So in most cases, when you attack forward, you're in Zenkutsudachi. That's a forward-leaning stance. And when you go back to block, you're in a back-leaning stance. In this case, Teiko Kutsudachi. We're going to exchange stances. I go backwards. She goes forwards. This way. All right? Exchange places. Okay. So I'm attacking in Zenkutsudachi. She's in Teiko Kutsudachi. So from here, I'm going to thrust by pulling towards my face, just like your kata. I'm going to thrust to Suego Shidachi. This back foot flips around this way. Stop, please. She's still in Teiko Kutsudachi. Notice that the footprint for Suego Shidachi is the same as the footprint for Shikodachi. The difference is in the direction my upper body is facing. So in Shikodachi, I'm pointing this way. In Suego Shidachi, I'm facing to the side. Let's start again, please. Challenge. Yeah! Okay. Always two thrusts. When she thrusts, she goes to Suego Shidachi. I pull ever so slightly to Teiko Kutsudachi. Hup! Okay, when I do this double strike, there's something similar here to Inochidachi. This knee is low, but then I rise up high and strike in what's called Hanzen Kutsudachi. Han means half. This is half of a long stance, Zenkutsudachi. She's going to come forward and strike again, Zenkutsudachi, and I go backwards to Teiko Kutsudachi. And then I strike again, Zenkutsudachi, and she goes back to Teiko Kutsudachi. At this point, I'm going to spin to Shigo. She's in Kokutsudachi, and notice her back foot is an anchor, my back foot is an anchor. As I pull my front foot for the next technique into Kokutsudachi, she leaves her back foot still and lunges forward with her front foot to Zenkutsudachi. This way, please. And striking up. This way. Now, same rule applies. I go forward in Zen. She goes backwards in Teiko Kutsudachi. She's going to go to Inochidachi and try and take off my lower leg. And I go backwards into Teiko Kutsudachi. We both pull this way, pointing at each other's eyes in Musubidachi. Notice the feet are open. Okay, and then this is going to be two Shikodachis. This way. Open stance, pushing. And then the person on the defending side is going to shift hard into Teiko Kutsudachi, Chudani Chuke. This way, the end of my bow staff is still at eye level. Pull to Musubidachi one more time, and then Shikodachi. One more time this way. So the whole thing looks like this, please. Okay. All right. Suishuu is the Kumite version of Iken training. It's training for the nervous system or for your chi energy. It's not training for your muscular system. It's very different than karate training, but Oyama, when he created Kyokushin karate, he practiced Iken. He practiced Suishuu and incorporated it into his karate training. So we practice, therefore. So first exercise to introduce one-handed Suishuu. So I want you to stand with your right foot forward in a fighting stance, and I want you to point all 10 fingertips forward. Imagine that your 10 fingertips have cables attached to them, and they're going all the way to the horizon and tied to a infinitely heavy object, like a massive oak tree or a mountain. All 10 fingertips tethered to a mountain, and then I'm going to pull, not using my muscles, I'm very relaxed, but I'm going to pull back into my deepest Kokutsudachi, as if I just dragged that mountain forward, and then I'm going to turn my hands flat, and I'm going to roll forward as if I'm pushing a giant granite sphere that weighs 10 tons. I'm pushing it forward, and I'm going into a forward leaning stance. I don't lean off my base at any time, but I'm pulling back away from that mountain, and I'm pushing this granite sphere forward this way. Fingertips are vertical, my fingertips are horizontal. So from the front it looks this way. Okay. But I'm going to do it to this count. Each, ni, san, shi, ko, 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 this way. And pulling backwards to Kokutsudachi. Each, ni, san, shi, ko, forwards. Each, ni, san, shi, slower please, go. And each, ni, san, shi, ko, 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 and note. All right, so all I want you to do to change this pulling image to this rolling image into offensive and defensive techniques is my 10 fingertips are vertical, but at the back of the pull, I'm going to turn my thumbs to the outside like a double chuden chuke. So I am keeping my 10 fingertips vertical, but at the very back, I'm going to turn my thumbs to the outside this way, and then it's almost like a diving kind of position, and the roll forward is the same, pulling back vertically, but turn your thumbs out at the end. This is the same as chuden chuke, double punch, chuden chuke, double punch this way. Okay? One-handed Suishuu, we practice this way. We both put our right foot forward, kind of the insides of our feet facing one another, and we put the outsides of our front wrists on each other. Now, the other two hands, this hand over here and this hand are just floating, but we're going to use them together, and we're both going to lower our stance this way. We're going to make sure that our wrists are touching each other. We're going to make sure that we don't lean anywhere, and we're going to make sure we keep wrist to wrist. And I'm going to do this motion where it's like diving, and I'm going to have the intent, keep wrist on wrist. I'm going to have the intent of touching him in the sternum or throat with my fingertips, but because he's doing the motion at the same time, I'll never get there. So don't push hard. There's no muscle involved in this exercise. He has the intent of touching me here, but just by doing the motion, relax, relax. So just by doing the motion, and we can speed up. And it's not a circular motion, it's linear. It's forward, so it's not a circle. It's a forward and back, but because our lines are overlapping, I'm going towards him, and then he's going towards me, towards him, towards me, towards him, slow, 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 light, light, light. So keep wrist on wrist. If you're sliding off the other person's wrist, you have to reset. Okay. Now, next exercise from here. At any point in this exercise, I can strike this way to knock him off balance, or I can strike this way to his face, or from here I can strike with my palm to his forehead, or at any point in this, work with me please, at any point in this exercise I can do Chudan Uchiuke with the other hand and strike this way. So I can do one of those four. In the course of doing this, or in the course of doing this, this way, or in the course of doing this way, one of these four techniques. His defense for that, when he feels me start to go, is only to do what he's doing just a little bit faster. Yes, that way. So maybe he's going to try and hit me, and I get just a little bit faster. But it's important that when you go faster, also, you don't throw yourself off balance, right? Don't throw yourself off balance trying to defend yourself so eagerly. Just match whatever energy comes at you. Most basic rule is don't have any strength. You shouldn't feel the other person wrestling with you at all. It's training for your nervous system, not for your muscular system. Last rule is that if you hit somebody really hard and it makes them tense or angry or afraid, you've ruined the exercise. It's supposed to be a very calm exercise, okay? You can touch, but just don't hit too hard, all right? Face to each other, about 8. Hey, and for one-handed Suishuu, fighting stance, right foot forward, please. Put the outside of your right wrist together. And lower your stance, please. And remember, don't use any strength, but just practice the linear pushing, rolling motion and pulling motion. Hajime. Remember, it's not a circle, it's a line. Sometimes slow, sometimes fast, but not always too fast or always too slow. Okay, and then let's demonstrate success, both people with slaps to the face, just a couple. The people watching the videotape will like to hear a little bit of sound on impact. Good. Okay, and this time demonstrate success with this palm heel strike to the sternum. Try and push the other person off balance. Using your right hand to strike. Okay, and finally, let's demonstrate success with the other hand. Shoot an uchuke to open up their arms and then strike both shoulders. Free Kumite. You can use any one of those three techniques. Try and be better than the other person, but it never means stronger. It never becomes hard or you don't engage your muscles. Always your nervous system. Hey, Yame. And face to each other, about 8. Javier, can you join me? Face the camera. Come over here, face. Okay, so from here, imitate. Okay. Making outside to inside circles about this size. Okay, you can stop, that's okay. So the center of rotation is my elbow, and my hand is coming a little bit higher than my shoulder and going a little bit lower than my waist, and it's making a circle this way. It's kind of similar to a swimming motion from the elbow down. This way. Okay? So when we do two-handed Suishuu, we face to each other in a fighting stance like we're going to do Kumite, and then we advance forward with the hand that corresponds with the back leg on the outside of the wrist of the other person's hand. Same for him. So this hand, which corresponds with his back leg, goes outside my hand. Okay? Again, has to be a low stance. This way. And then we're going to start making sure that we keep wrist on wrist, never hand on hand. Never put your palm on the other person. Always the corners of your wrist, bone on bone, right there at the wrist. Start making this circle. And then finally, always move. And and match. Don't cross your feet when you move. I see some of you guys crossing your feet like this, and there's no balance there. Don't cross your feet this, and keep it as light as possible. Sometimes you can move fast, other times slow. But this is the basic position for two-handed Suishuu. Okay? Straight punch, please. Okay, other hand. So, surface of your hand, you can use the inside of your wrist. When it gets down to where you can no longer use the inside of your wrist, you can flip over and use the outside of your wrist. Inside of your wrist, outside of your wrist. Okay? But you can also use your palm as long as your fingertips are pointing away. There's the outside of my wrist, or koken, the back side of your wrist, this way. But there is a specific surface that you have to keep. It's never grabbing or touching one another. It's just wrist bone on wrist bone at whatever is the most natural surface for the circle. Okay? All right. To each other, bowing. Hey, and fighting stance, Kata-te. And two-handed Suishuu, Hajime. Sometimes slow, sometimes fast, never wrestling. So, techniques that you can use here. Fighting stance, please. All right, so from here, at some point in this motion, there's nothing right there. There's nothing between my hand and his face. So at that moment, you can strike to the face. Boom. Like that. His defense, just like with one-handed Suishuu, is when I start to go, is just to move a little faster. And keep moving in the same circle, just move a little faster to prevent from getting struck there, okay? There are we also have our 4 basic blocks to take the other person's balance away. At a certain point in the motion, right there, there's nothing between my right hand and under his forearm. So from right there, I can do Jodan Uke. It's exactly like an upper block. It's not something like an upper block, it is an upper block. Push him off balance this way. Okay? It just happens that the same position where this hand has nothing between it and that under a tricep there, I can also do Chuden Uchuke, turning his body this way and push him away this way. The other 2 are different. From here, Geiden Washigiri, Geiden Wara, low block. From here, my hand goes across both of his hands and gets again above the elbow and does a low block, and then I can push him away this way. Or the last one, Shuden Soto Uke. From here, it happens on the outside of the same arm you're working on. I'm going to roll my hand, my right hand here, over his elbow and do Shuden Uchuke and push him away this way. So all 4 of these blocks have to be above the elbow to work. So I'm working with him, and there's the upper block. And I'm working with him, and there's the lower block. And I'm working, we're working, there's the middle block. And what Uchiuke is the last one I haven't done yet. Working with him, this way. Or, of course, from here, bam, this way. Okay? 5 techniques for two-handed Suishuu. Line up, please. And please demonstrate success with smacking to the face, please. And please demonstrate success with Jodan Uke, upper block. And demonstrate success with Chuden Uchiuke. Goes to the same opening, but doing inside to outside middle block instead. Take the other person's balance away. Hey, and Gaiden Barat. You gotta come down from above over both arms. Take the other person's balance away with low block. And finally, Chuden Soto Uke. You work your way up the outside of the same arm you're on. Take the other person's balance away. And all 5 techniques, please. Free Kumite, double-handed Suishuu. Hey, Yame. Each other about eight. Kumite. Two-handed Suishuu. Kumite, Hajime. Okay, so the first task for beginners, for white belts, is to simply own the routine of what's going on in Pinan Bunkai 1 through 5. I'd like to encourage you to consider that the odd numbers, number 2 and number 4, involve front kicks. And number 1, 3, and 5 involve punches. Okay? If you're no longer a white belt, you know the whole routine. You don't have to have tools to make you remember. But if you're a white belt, I encourage you to remember that point. Okay. So, additionally, all of these techniques have what's called okuriashi. Okuriashi is a complex way of stepping I'll demonstrate. So, yo, hey, Pinan Bunkai number 1. Kamite.
Yay!
Okay, when she steps forward to punch, I'm going to move back. Go ahead.
Hey!
Okay, I moved to a distance. Instead of imagining this to be a punch, I imagined it to be an ice pick or a knife coming at my eyeball. And I blocked in such a way that I cannot reach her. That's the distance that you do when you practice Pinan Bunkai. However, it's no good to do this, and of course it's no good to come off your base and lose your balance this way. So we use what's called okuriashi, and it's as if using the power of your punch to move both feet forward to get to where you need to be. Pinan Bunkai number 1, this way. Make sure that you use this okuriashi. Pinan Bunkai number 2, yoi, also has okuriashi. Kamite.
Hey!
Let me interrupt for a second. Okay, so the mechanics of Maigiri you guys have problems with. Remember, Maigiri is not a groin kick. It doesn't come up from below as if you're kicking a suspended soccer ball or something like that. The mechanism is like a pendulum from the fulcrum, which is your knee, and your lower leg swings to punch forward, boom, with the ball of your foot this way. Therefore, if your knee is not higher than the target, and your leg is not at a distance by which it's still slightly bent on impact, straight ankle but slightly bent knee, it's not correct. So it's a terrible mistake in Bunkai for beginners to kick from too far away. It's a terrible mistake to kick as if it's a groin kick coming up from below. You have to lift your knee high enough and be close enough that your leg is in this position when you're making impact. Hey, Pinan Bunkai number 2. Kamaite.
Hey!
Okay, because she kicks that way, go ahead. Put your foot here. Because she kicks that way, it's very easy for me to make a low block this way. Okay. Now, from here, she's going to punch. I'm going to block straight down. I'm still in Zen Kutsudachi, and now I'm going to use Okuriashi again. From here, and it's as if I'm closing, like a clamshell. This way. Neiko Ashidachi, this is cat stance, like Pinan-san no knee, and I'm going to strike Tetsui to the forehead. Hey. Pinan Bunkai number 3 also has Okuriashi. Again, Yoi, Kamaite. She's going to do a double punch. I imagine that she's got 2 ice picks. First punch, please. Okay, I went farther away than I can't reach for a counterattack. Hey! This way, Chudan Uchuke. Now from here, I have to use Okuriashi as I go to Kibarachi. This way, and break the rib here. Okay. Pinan Bunkai number 4. Back slightly, please. Yoi. And Kamaite. So, whereas number 2 blocks the outside of the ankle, number 4 blocks the inside of the ankle this way. Make sure you kick like a wrecking ball. This way. Now, she's going to punch, upper punch this time, and I stab to the eyes. It's effectively an upper block. Now, look, can't reach. That's the proper distance, and I use Okuriashi. This way, to punch the solar plexus. And Pinan Bunkai number 5. Yoi. And Kamaite. Ice pick to the solar plexus. Maybe my hands are bound. I'm going to move in such a way that my hands are not available for whatever reason. So she's going to stab me with an ice pick. This way. Using my upper arm or my elbow, block. This way. Horseback riding stance. Look at my back fist. Can't reach. I moved to a distance away from this knife or ice pick to where I can't reach, and I use Okuriashi to counterattack. Okay? Line up 2 lines, please. Face each other about 8. And Pinan Bunkai number 1 by the count. Yoi. Come on, hit. H. Howdy. Yoi. Come on, hit. Number 2, Yoi. Come on, hit. Yoi. Come on, hit. Number 3, Yoi. Come on, hit. Fix it. Yo. Come on, take. Yo. Come on, take. This is number 4. H. Yo. Come on, take. Yo. Number 5. Come on, take. Yo. Come on, take. And down 8. Rotate. Wante.
Let's fix it.
Down 8. Pinan Bunkai 1 through 5 by your own count. Please stay together. White belts, be sure to pay attention to the people to your right and to your left. Karate training is built on success. It's not built on failure. Succeed from white belt level. 1 through 5. Starting with the bow. Hajime. months ago, when we filmed the Ligo Dojo Kihon video, which is the beginner's Kihon, everyone in the dojo had basic ownership of the routine of Pinan Bunkai 1 through 5. However, that's the white belt level Kihon, and anyone who is a trained eye watching that Bunkai says, they know the routine, but their technique's not very good. Next level Kihon. All of you guys now that are colored belts, your expectation is changed, and the change is doing the technique with intent, lethal intent, lethal like ferocity and intent. This way, it works this way. So when I stand across from a new partner, turn away. From the moment I face a new partner, I'm going to honor that partner by having every atom in my body prepared and my nervous system prepared, as if she's a wild animal that's going to reach in and tear out my throat, my eyeballs. Of course, that's my student, that's my friend, that's my training partner, that's my senpai, that's my kohai, and we're friends. But that's the way in the dojo that you honor your friend or your senpai or your kohai is you train for the life and death situation. And turning to face each other, thinking about, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? What am I supposed to do now? Means that the training is a 0. So all of that work that we did for the last videotape of owning the Kihon is just that. That's the starting point of training. If you can't do the training routines without errors, your training hasn't begun. You have to take the routines for granted, file them away, and concentrate on how to do the techniques better. So when you practice Pinan Bunkai, or any Bunkai, for example, the moment you face to your partner, prime your entire body for fighting. Okay? And when you bow to your partner, it's completely different, because I'm not bowing just because I've been taught to do this kind of motion, but I'm bowing and showing the greatest respect and the greatest honor for someone who's very dangerous to me. Or, on the other hand, the greatest at giving to me by playing the role of someone who's ultimately dangerous, so that I can experience the best experience I can for learning self-defense. Okay? So when I bow, I'm bowing that way. Now, when she challenges, she's going to challenge. I'll do it first. She's going to challenge as if she's going to attack and take my life. Okay? Pinan Bunkai number 1. Okay, so good. So now she's gonna punch to remove the teeth from my head. Now, of course, safety is important, and if your partner is a beginner and they fail to block, we don't want to actually knock anybody's teeth out. But she's punching with that intent. My job, on the other hand, is to go a step further and think she's not even going to punch the teeth out of my head, but she's holding an ice pick, and she's going to put it in this eyeball, and it's going to go to the back of my skull. So when she punches, I'm going to block with that in mind. Hup. And then punch to rupture the spleen, to break the bones here. This Bunkai number 1 just looks this way. If it's focused properly, okay? Line up, please. Everyone turn to your right, please. Okay, I'm going to have you face to one another. From the very first second you face to one another, please engage every atom in your body, every bit of your energy towards a feeling of life and death, self-defense. Honor your partner that way. Face to each other. Howdy. Pinan Bunkai 1 through 5 with lethal intent. Hajime. So in the next level, Kihon, we add 3 more. There's 10 basic of the Pinan Bunkai, and we add number 6, number 7, and number 8. Face to me, please. So beginners that are just trying to conceptualize the routines, I recommend that you use these memory jogs for 6, 7, and 8. Number 6, your left leg goes back on the defense. Number 7, you strike to the bicep with your uraken, with your back fist. And number 8, your right leg goes back. So it's left leg, bicep, right leg. Okay. Pinan Bunkai, number 7, please. Come on. We're in the mindset of lethal intent. She's punching this way, and I'm going to block it. Okay, go ahead. Now, I'm going to run my nukite, or spear hand strike, through her solar plexus, but she's going to catch me before I get there. Like a vice, right into that trap. She's going to escape through the weak part of the grip. Now, she feels immediately vulnerable because I've got control of this hand, and she's got no head cover. I can knock the teeth out of her head. So she's going to retreat, and when she does, same strike, Tetsui strike to the ribs here. Okay, and Pinan Bunkai number 7, your, and Kama-te. I'm going to move, when she punches, I'm going to move to an angle, so she's going to track towards my jaw with her punch, even though she's stepping straight forward. Go ahead. Okay, when she tracks, I'm going to make this back fist, and I'm going to strike to the bicep as if I'm going to rupture the muscle. Okay, it is, in effect, a block. So it should happen simultaneously. Yoi, Kama-te. I'm actually blocking the punch, or I'm going to get kicked in the jaw. Punch in the jaw. This way. Okay? Then my feet are together, and I'm going to make a jab of a side kick to the solar plexus. This way, and come right back down again. And I'm going to open my hand and put pressure down on her bicep and step in front of her front foot. My arm will slide over her bicep, opening up the chest this way. And then, just like the kata, I'm going to strike to the sternum. And bring my flat hand to the back this way. Okay. And Pinan Bunkai number 8, your. And come on, okay, she's going to punch the jaw. I'm going to make an upper block and a strike to the jaw at the same time. Okay, after reach pretty far to get near her jaw. Next, I'm going to kick kingi, groin kick this way. But I'm going to fake a groin kick. She's going to fear for her life momentarily because of the kick, and she's going to step back and do a full low block. Have a moment of balance, and then I'm going to break the face this way, both legs bent. Okay, the line up, please. Face each other down, 8. 6, 7, 8, yoi. 8. Each. Knee. Sun. Yoi. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Howdy. Your. Number 7. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Howdy. Your. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Howdy. Number 8, please. Your. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Howdy. Your. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Howdy. And howdy. Rotate, Wate. And by your own count and sign, stay together as a group. Pinan Bunkai 6, 7, and 8. Starts with a bow. Hajime. next level Kihon, we have 3 bunkai for Sanshin Kata. Okay? The first motion of Sanshin is also the same way we start Kihon every night. Yoi. Okay, stepping forward with your right foot, Sanshin Dachi, double middle block, and Kihon. Kamate. Okay. So the first bunkai we have is the bunkai for this motion. So it's very important that when she attacks, her attack is to grab my throat this way, and she has to do it with intent. So one of the mistakes that beginners make is to throw their hands up in some bizarre way. But you have to grab the throat with intent, or the other person can't apply the bunkai. Yo, and Kamate.
Hey!
And Hajime.
Hey!
So I stepped forward into Sanshin Dachi, double middle block with closed fist. Back away from me, please. I am in the position. I'm in Sanshin stance with the double middle block. And now from here, I'm going to strike palm heel strike to the jaw this way. It looks this way from here. Notice it's up. It's ascending. It goes from a low point to a high point, even though she's shorter than me.
Hey! Hey!
It's not from up here, down. It's from down here, up. So, Sanshin Bunkai number 2. Go. Kamate.
Hey!
Starts exactly the same way. Up.
Hey!
Then from here, I'm going to grab the lapels with both hands, turning my hands together. My right foot goes back. Okuriashi, I pulled away. And then forward with my left leg, Okuriashi. And I'm going to strike to the throat with my fingertips. And Sanshin Bunkai number 3. Yoi. And Kamate.
Hey!
Okay, so she's going to step forward and punch me in the teeth. But I'm visualizing an ice pick coming for the eyeball. Okay? When she does, I'm going to cover this way. This is the right hand of a Mwashuke. But this is what I'm thinking about, is getting that ice pick out of my eyeball. As soon as I start making that circle, the other hand is going to follow opposite. So even though it starts down here, right hand goes around, left follows. Okay, so the footwork is, when she steps forward to punch, I'm going to step back with Okuriashi because I don't want that knife blade to get me. And then immediately forward to catch the knife blade against my hip. And one more time forward, Okuriashi to strike to the groin and the jaw. This way. Back, please. You watch my footwork. It's right foot back and forward with the left. Within the Mwashuke, and then forward a second time. Back, forward, forward for Pinan Bunkai, or Sanshin Bunkai number 3. One more time. Yo, and Kamate.
Hey!
And Hajime.
Hey!
This way. Hey, line up, please. Facing each other about 8. Sanshin Bunkai 1, 2, and 3 by my count. Yo, Kamate.
Hey!
Number 1. Each.
Hey!
Hey! Out it. Yo. Kamate.
Hey!
Each.
Hey!
He.
Hey!
Out it. Yo. Kamate.
Hey!
Number 2. Each.
Hey!
Knee. Up.
Hey!
Out it. Yo. Kamate.
Hey!
Each. Knee. Up.
Hey!
Howdy. And number 3, yoi. Kamate.
Hey!
Each.
Hey!
He.
Hey!
Howdy. And yoi. Kamate.
Hey!
Each. Knee.
Hey!
Howdy. And facing each other about 8. Rotate, Wate. And Sanshin Bunkai 1, 2, and 3 by your own count, please.
Lines.
Hajime. as well, in this next level of Kihon, we have two bunkai for knife punching kata. All right, so it starts this way. And Baori, and yo, and Kumite. Her attack is to step forward and grab my wrist. When she grabs it, I'm going to turn to 45 degrees with my left foot and pull my hand this way to escape from the weakest part of her grip. Okay, go ahead. Hop. This way. Notice I pulled my hand out. She's sitting here holding nothing. Then, like the first motion in knife punching shodan, I'm going to drop to a deep horseback riding stance. This way. And then I'm going to break the sternum. This way. All right. Okay, second one. Knife punching bunkai number 2. Yo. Okay, Kumite. Okay, so she's going to step forward and punch, and I'm going to rotate. Shuden soto kick. My entire body rotates around the axis that's my left foot. Okay. By doing so, her energy goes this way, and her jaw does that motion again where it becomes glass. Having made her jaw do that, then this is not a turn back, but it's a torque back. So from this position, I turned, and then I torque back to break the jaw. This way. Yo, come on, this way. You can hear the paplink of the teeth falling. However, there's one more point here. Like the kata, I'm going to kick, side kick, inverted side kick to the inside of the thigh this way. Okay? Because it's very painful to kick with the knife foot, I'm going to slap with the bottom of my foot this way. Come on, take. And it's very important that when you do this, your leg is in a horizontal position. This one, your lower leg is in a vertical position, doesn't work. You have to kick horizontally, which means you bend the leg you're standing on to kick the inside of the incoming thigh this way. Additionally, you have to kick the inside of the incoming thigh while it's still moving. If she steps forward and lands, all her weight is there, and I'm just bruising her leg. But on the other hand, if she steps forward and it's still moving, you see she loses her balance this way. This motion simultaneously makes her jaw go all glass. Let me see if I can do it correctly. Yo, come on, Tate. I don't even have to strike much with torque because her jaw is colliding with my fist as it is. Okay? Simultaneously, forearm and foot. This way. Well, just like knife punching shodan. Just like knife punching shodan. Line up, please. Baori. Knife punching bunkai 1 and 2. Yours. Come on, take. Each. He. Set. Baori. Yours. Come on, take. Each. He. Set. Baori. Yours. Come on, take. Hatsuo. Now it. Yours. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Now it. And Baori. Rotate. Wate. And knife punching bunkai 1 and 2 by your own count. Hajime. Part of our next level Kihon is to do all of the bunkai in order that it takes to make it through Pinan no ni. Practicing bunkai should transform the way you perform kata. Amy, if you'll take a step back over here. Pinan no ni, yo, with intent. Ich. Ni. Okay. So this is the first motion of Pinan no ni, and we've already practiced Pinan bunkai number 3. This is the motion that starts you off in Pinan Sono Ni. After that motion in the kata, we go in the other direction. San, shi, go. This way. Okay, so we have 2 bunkai for that one motion. So one of them we already practiced also. Pinan Bunkai number 7. Come on, punching this way. Okay, this motion, side kick and the back fist. We just did it in Pinan Sono Ni. However, in the kata, having done that, we turn to another attacker and do this mwashuke. So we have a bunkai that we introduce for that one, please. Go. And come on, hit. Okay, her attack is to come forward and grab the fabric on my uniform. Go ahead and do it, please. And for the first time of all the bunkai we've had so far, I step forward in kokutsudachi in response to her stepping forward. Free motion for kokutsudachi is a fake to the groin. Then from here, I'm going to do washuke. Notice if I come down properly, it changes the position of her jawline. She does this. Therefore, it's a very easy knockout right there. Watch it one more time. This way. Finish in kokutsudachi. I'd like to point out at this point a golden rule of bunkai. And that is that for a beginner, it might feel like your own variation of the technique works better. For example, grab my shoulder, please. Okay, so this, if I go all the way around this way, it had a great result, right? Okay, but the purpose of bunkai is to understand why the motions, as they occur in the kata, are superior to your own version. So it may be that when you first do the motion of the kata in bunkai, it might feel awkward or like it wouldn't work. But that's why we practice it, so you can figure out how it does work. In this case, Kata-te. Grabbing, please. Okay. So from here, if I do this technique incorrectly, it doesn't change her jawline to that point. But if I do it correctly, this way, it moves her jawline right where I want it. It makes it glass. That jaw that swings. This one is very easy to smash. Okay. All right. So in our kata, after we change from washuke, okay, and again, okay, then the 8th motion in wikia. Okay, we had that motion already in Pinan Bunkai number 6, so we practice next Pinan Bunkai number 6. Come on, and we can finish it. But it's that first motion that we're practicing. Okay. The next bunkai has to do with, we skipped 2 motions of the kata. I'm not teaching those to you yet. From here, please, Amy, with me, cover your jaw. Step this way. I'm not teaching you a bunkai yet over here. Back up, please. Okay. But this motion, churen uchuke, maige, gyakutsuki. We teach you a bunkai for that. It goes this way. So for the first time in your history, the defending side person has a motion to do first. Not the attacking side. Dowdy. Okay, so I'm gonna make a low block with my opposite side. And then okuriashi. I have to be the proper distance to strike her with okuriashi. When I do, she's gonna drop her right leg back and catch at the wrist and the elbow. From here, I'm gonna make the chuke that breaks her grip and exposes the solar plexus. Then I'm gonna kick my causing her to create a little bit more distance. From which point, I'm in exactly the right position for gyakutsuki. So this is the next one. Okay? So from there, the 16th motion of the kata here. We turn, Gedenrod, strike to the eyes, and Jonuke. First we have a motion that I use to teach you guys better Gedenrod. It actually has to be Ippon Kumite number 4. Come on, hit. Punching here. So I'm going to do a low block without moving it to the outside, but I'm going to move it down like a low block is supposed to do. And then I'm going to change my leg and close my hip to smash the elbow this way. Okay, therefore, when we're in this position in Pinan Sono Ni, and we turn to make a low block, it's as if we have the image as if we're smashing somebody's elbow. And using the hip that way. And finally, Pinan Bunkai number 4. Good. And come on, take. Blocking the inside of the ankle. But I use the stab to the eyes. You have to
Oh, so fix
stab to the eyes. But instead of using the Gyakutsuki Okuriashi like we do in the formal Pinan Bunkai number 4, I'm going to counterattack with Joden Uke to the jaw.
Yeah!
So it matches the kata. This way. All right? About 8. Hey, we're going to do the Pinan Bunkai 7 of them that it takes to get you through. Pinan Sono Ni. Hey, I'll do your. Okay, the first one is Pinan Bunkai number 3. Come on, take. By the count. Each. Knee. Sun. Now, your. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Now, and the second one is because we need that back fist to the bicep and the side kick to the solar plexus. We have it in Pinan Bunkai number 7. Your. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Now, your. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Now, next we have that Moashi Uke and Koku Tadachi to change the other person's jawline. Your. Number 3. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Now, your. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Okay, next to get the spear hand strike, we have Pinan Bunkai number 6. Your. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Your. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Now, hey, and next is the one where the defending side has to do a motion first. Step back, this time with your left leg low block and okuriashi. Yakushi, your. And each. Okay, you guys on this side, haven't taught this minutes to some of you. Drop your right leg back, please. Holding the hand with two hands. Now, the slow motion Shuden Ushuke to break the grip. Go ahead. Notice how you created space for your Maigiri. When they kick you with Maigiri, please act just a little bit. Bow up as if you've been punched in the stomach. All right? And you guys have to remain on one foot after your Maigiri. Okay, and Yakushi Kiai. Good. Now, on the other side. It is the left leg that drops back before Gyakutsuki Okuriashi Yoi. Come on, feet. Right leg is back and break the grip. Maigi, hup, balance, and Gyakutsuki. And now raise. Hey, and next we have to do, straighten your lines, please. Next we have to do Ippon Kumite number 4. Block the inside of the front of the middle section punch and then break the elbow. Yours. Come on, feet. Yours. Come on, feet. And lastly, we have to do Pinan Bunkai number 4 with the upper block to the jaw as the counterattack. Your. Come on, take. Knee. Howdy. Your. Come on, take. Knee. Howdy. And straighten your lines, please. Face each other about 8. Okay, and have a seat on the wall, please. Face each other about 8. Okay, and 7 bunkai that it takes to get you through in order. Pinan Sono Ni, starting with your Hajime. So, you guys, having done the 7 bunkai that, in order, that you need to do Pinan Sen no Ni, your Pinan Ni should be completely transformed from any kata you've done so far. If every time you do a motion in Pinan Sen no Ni, you're visualizing the lethal intent of the incoming attack that you know from bunkai, your kata should be dramatically altered. So let's do Pinan Sen no Ni that way. I'll caution the beginners. The most important thing for you to keep up is your stance and your position in the grid. Senior belts too, your grid in my dojo tends to swell and expand and shrink sometimes. Don't let it happen. Keep your grid, okay? Thank you. Yoi. Imagine the attacker beside you. Do this with lethal intent.
H. E. Sen. Shi. Go. Road. Siege. Touch. Coup. Two. H. Ni. Sen. Shi. Go. Rope. Siege. Touch. Coup. Jump.
Now ready. Keep your line straight, please. And one more time, by your own count. Stop. Stay together, keep your grids.
Yo. Hajime.
Howdy. Yasume. Sanshi.
Yo. Hajime. Howdy. Yasume.
来翻进去了。有。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4、5。Row, 6, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. Now ready.
Yasume. Kurashi for knife on Shin Shoden. Knife on Shin Shoden. Your. By your own count. Yasume. Howdy. Yasume. Three-step kumite number 4. Howdy. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Howdy. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Howdy. Come on, take. Each. Block punch. Knee. Sun. Howdy. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Sun. Howdy. Howdy. Ippon kumite number 4. Howdy. Your. Come on, take. Ish. Knee. Howdy. Your. Come on, take. Each. Knee. Howdy. Howdy. Rotate. One take. And by your own count this time. Hajime.
Turn to face 45 degrees to the left.